Hey guys, Cheesette Cowan, CEO of Real Estate. Excited to talk to you about some of the things that I'm going to be spending my that are part of my growth plan for 2024. I know that I always talk to you about investments that you should be making in your real estate career and how to take your real estate career to the next level. So I thought I'd share with you some of the investments that I'm making to take my career to the next level. I got a few things, so I'll just share them with you. One of the first things that I'm investing in is sales coaching. I know you're like, okay, well, how are you investing in sales coaching? And this is what I need you to understand. At different times, at different things or different spaces in your career, you're going to change your investment strategy into your next level. So, for example, when I was a realtor, I invested a lot in sales coaching for real estate agents. Now I'm actually selling coaching. That's a different skill set than real estate. I mastered how to sell real estate. Guess what? I haven't mastered how to sell coaching. I know how to coach. I've invested enough money in my skill set as a coach. But my skill set as a coach is not the same as my ability to communicate such skill set to people. So that's an investment that I'm making. The reason why I'm talking to you about that because I want you to understand that although I have a skill set in a certain area, I'm always still growing and going to the next level. And I want you to understand that your journey is going to be the same way. We're all going to be growing and going on a journey and going to the next level. And it seems like every time I reach a space where I'm like, I got this, God, I know what to do. God brings me up a notch and I'm at the bottom again and I'm trying to work my way back up. So I love this because it keeps me dependent on God and it keeps me in a growth focused pattern. The second thing that I'm going to be spending money on as well is going to be, and this is something that's very different to me, is going to be a content writer. Never did that before. So I'm investing in that, just getting started with that. And part of the reason that I'm doing that is because I realize that me being able to communicate on video does not translate into me being able to communicate in print, me being able to communicate through words. Here's the other thing. I actually have a master's degree in mass communications and journalism. You would think that I could do this, right? But guess what? You can't master everything. And if I wanted to spend some time developing at myself as a content writer, and I used to write content actually for Blue Cross Blue Shield and for a couple ministries, so I understand how the process works. But guess what? Sales content is totally different. So I'm investing in that so that I can take my brand, my business, my coaching to the next level. Why? Because I really want to impact people. I know and I believe highly in what I have to offer. And I know that when people work with me, they take their business, their brand, their real estate careers to the next level. They make more money. They are happier in what they're doing. I know that. I have to be able to communicate that through words, though. If I'm sitting in front of you, I know how to have that conversation, but I still want to be even more strategic in that because I want to be able to understand people from all walks of life and be able to connect with them. So that's another one. The other thing is, and I've already made this investment, is a marketing director. So the videographer, things of that nature. I did YouTube videos for a long time. If you scroll my history, I did a lot of mentorship programs with Wife U. I did a lot of marriage videos with my husband. Those videos are trash compared to now. And here's what's even more powerful. I'm looking at it, I'm like, in 5 years from now, I'm gonna look back and call these videos trash. But here's the thing. When you're investing and going to the next level, you're supposed to be able to look back and say, wow, did I really wear that? Was I really thinking like that? Was my hair really like that? And then you'll be able to see your growth because this is a forward journey about growth. And I wanted to be a little transparent with you about the things that I'm growing in because I think it creates a safe space for you to understand that growth is a part of all of our journey, right? I don't think we ever arrive at a space where, and I don't ever want to arrive at that space because if I arrived at that space, that means that I have nothing left to do, nothing left to accomplish. And how many of you know that I always want to be accomplishing more? You always want to be accomplishing more. So one of the last things that I'm investing in 2024, and I'm going to give myself a drum roll on this, is in rest. In 2024, I will not be scheduling anything on Fridays. I will be moving to a 4-day work week. Why is that? Because what I am learning is my brain is a valuable asset. My strategies and the things that I take seriously to move my business to the next level, they don't function well when I'm always on. I have to have a day where I'm just down and not down strategizing. I still had to put time for that on my calendar, not down strategizing, down doing mindless things like watching the Golden Girls. I'm investing in that. So I am investing in myself in the sense that one day every quarter, well, one weekend every quarter, I'm going to take a vacation with just me and my thoughts. And I'm not going to strategize about my business, not even going to think about business. What I'm going to do is give myself time to reset and refresh. We don't invest in ourselves enough. And one of the reasons that I made the decision to do that is because I was reading John Maxwell's book on leadership. And one of the things that he said is that we need to have more time thinking and less time doing. And that really resonated with me. That was about 2 years ago. And I changed a lot of things in the way I do business. But now the business has reached a certain level of success where I can take this extra time. And what I'm strategizing with this time is I want to see where taking this time leads me. I believe that when Hebrews chapter 4 in the Bible talks about how that there remains a rest for the people of God, but they didn't enter into it because of their unbelief. I believe a lot of times people can't rest because they don't trust God to make up the difference. He only works when you rest, right? When you sleep, he work it. So when you're working, he's looking at you like, I'm waiting for you to give me the opportunity to work on your behalf. So here's the thing, I'm giving God a whole nother day. You know what? Take 20% of my week. Have it. You do that part. I'm gonna take the 80. I'm gonna tithe the week. I'm gonna take my 80 and do everything I can with my 80. At the end of the week, I'm gonna say done. When he said it is finished, when Jesus said it is finished, that was the moment he was glorified. I'm gonna take my Thursday evening and say it is finished, and I'm gonna see what God do in 2024, and I'm excited about that. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Nothing big and glorious, but those are my big investments, and they're gonna cost some money because the content writer, the sales coaching, and the marketing are just things that cost me. The marketing cost me a salary. The sales coaching cost me a fee every month. The content writer costs a fee every month. But these are things that I'm working to really grow my business. And I'm telling you this because I had to sit down and plan this stuff. Where do you want to grow your business? What are you investing in to help your business grow? And the investments I'm talking about are not just one-time investment. Typically, there's something that you're going to keep investing in and continue to grow. So thank you guys for tuning into this video. As always, I'm going to put the links to my membership and one-on-one coaching in the bio. If you are looking for a coach, if you are looking for somebody, again, this is all part of what I'm teaching the people that I coach and work with. I want you to be able to make more money in less time, right? One of the reasons that I'm releasing product in January is because product is the number one way to get rid of time for money, because you can sell 1,000 products in the same time it takes to sell one, but you're not giving any additional time. You have to start thinking about your business in this way, and that's how you're going to be able to take it to the next level. And that's why it's really always going to be about strategy. And that's what we teach in our membership, and that's what we coach to in our one-on-one platform. So click the link in the bio if this interests you. I'd love to have a conversation with you, because I don't think you need to be working 50 hours a day in order to grow your business. Thank you.